So there's this new show on Netflix called Deep Fake Love.
Ooh.
And the producers of this show use AI technology to create convincing videos of people's significant others kissing or touching other people. Yeah. So this technology is going to change human relationships as we know it. It's going to threaten our trust in one another. But I think we're overlooking something here. This is fantastic news for cucks. So, instead of hiring someone from Craigslist to come fuck your wife, you can have a computer generate a video of someone from Craigslist fucking your wife. And if that's still not enough for you, then you can hire someone from Craigslist to come watch the video of the computer. I recently heard about this new dating app called Permi-Match. Permi-Match, it stands for permaculture match. Does anyone here know what homesteading is?
Yes.
Yeah, so homesteading, people who want to live off the grid, they want to like grow their own food, raise their own animals, all like that. And there's a dating app for it. So I'm hoping that all of the people on the other dating apps that don't wear deodorant will just go to that dating app instead. So I realized I was bisexual. Thank you. I realized I was bisexual before I realized I was attracted to short people. But I feel like I should have known, because the first time I made out with a girl, my favorite thing about it was that we were the same height. And people might not know this, but men under 5'8" are 33% less likely to file for divorce than taller men. And they also statistically have more sex. And none of this surprises me, though, because being short is considered a conventional disadvantage. And someone with a conventional disadvantage is going to be a little bit more grateful to get laid. So if you want to have good sex, pick someone with a conventional disadvantage. Someone who's short, someone who's bald, or has a felony. Yeah, so gratitude turns me on a lot. That's why for a while I exclusively dated recently divorced men. Because recently divorced men have not had good sex in years. A currently available single person might have had great sex yesterday. So think of someone having ice cream for the first time in years. They're going to enjoy it. They're going to savor every lick. But somebody who had ice cream yesterday might not even finish it. Has anyone here ever had a three-way? Yeah. I'm pretty sure my whole friend group just did it. I like being the girl to give a man his first three-way. Not even because I enjoy it, but because I can be cool about it. Because it turns out a man's favorite thing about a three-way is not watching two girls kiss. It's just watching his girlfriend not freak out. Turns out that's what they like the most. So I was very good at school. Like I was too good at school. All A's is just as bad as all F's, by the way. Something is wrong. And I did a book report on child sex trafficking in the 6th grade. It was called Sold. It was in the young adult section at Barnes & Noble. But no one checked in. The teacher was just like, A+, great job. But school is actually also the reason that I first found porn. And it's an interesting time to be alive today because everybody, depending on what age you are, we all found porn for the first time in very different ways. Is anyone here Generation X? Woo! My boyfriend is Generation X, and I found out recently that when he was growing up, he jerked off to magazines. Gross. Actually, I don't know why I think that's gross, because I masturbate with my phone, and I don't think I've ever washed it. When I was growing up, my father would breed and sell reptiles. So I grew up in this house that was full. We had 200 or 300 snakes, we had lizards, all that kind of stuff like that. And I learned a lot about biology this way. I learned, and because my dad would breed them to sell them, he would often breed like siblings or like mother's son. There's a lot of incest in the reptile breeding community. But I learned that biologically speaking, stay with me, if the genes on both sides are okay, then technically incest will not lead to damaged offspring. So one time, I was explaining all of that on a date. And this guy was like, "Are you trying to tell me that incest is okay?" And I'm like, "Look, dude, I'm just teaching you what my dad taught me." So I went home recently, and I've been keeping journals since I was 12 years old, and I found something in my journal that I wanted to read to you all today. This is from September 20th, 2009. I'm 14 years old. And then I wrote, "Beyonce is worshipped because she is both fuckable and wise. Wisdom without beauty is just a man." And then I was looking at my computer, and I found an empty folder from November 2020 that just says raccoons in all caps, and there's nothing in it. Thank you guys.